Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This week for our independent work, we're going to start to focus on how to write a paragraph. So we're going to think of this paragraph like a puzzle, and we're going to build our puzzle one piece at a time. So we're going to write our paragraph one sentence at a time so that our ideas are organized and are interesting to a reader. So here's our focus. We're going to use what's called an acronym. Our acronym is RAFFT, R-A-F-F-T, to help us organize a paragraph. We're going to select an introductory technique that will hook our reader, and we're going to learn how to write a clear and focused answer to a question. So these are our goals of what we will accomplish this week. So this is our acronym RAFFT, R-A-F-F-T, right? An acronym, each letter in the word stands for a different part or piece of our paragraph. So you can see that Ms. Fox and I have highlighted the first two boxes, R and A. That's the only thing we are going to focus on this week. I want you not even to worry about the rest of it, okay? R stands for reel in the reader, so that's our hook, what's going to engage our reader and make it so they want to keep reading. And A is our answer to the question. Let's talk about R, which is reel in the reader, like hook. Think of like when you're fishing, right? You drop the hook and the bait into the water, and that's what grabs the fish. This is what is the same thing in writing. This is what's going to hook or grab our reader. So this is the first sentence in our paragraph. And the purpose here, like we've said, is to grab the reader's attention so that they want to keep reading the rest of our writing. So how do we do this? This, for lots of writers, including myself, can be the hardest part. Don't worry, we have a really simple technique. This technique is called asking a question, and it works every single time. So this is where you think of a question that's connected to the topic, and you ask the reader a question. So this automatically will hook your reader because you've asked them a question and they're going to want to read the rest of your writing to find out the answer. And they're thinking about how they might answer this question in their mind. So here are some simple sentence starters that you might use to help you write your question. So for example, did you know, or have you ever, or what would you think if, right? So you're almost talking to the reader. Let's talk about the next sentence. The next letter in our acronym is A, which is answer the question. So this is sentence number 2. Our question is sentence 1, and now our answer is sentence 2. And this is clear and focused, and it addresses the question. So this is really, you have to make it clear what your answer is. Let's look at an example. So this is the question that Ms. Fox and I worked with. It says, should graffiti be considered art? Now, if you don't know what graffiti is, I'm sure you've seen it on the sides of buildings or underneath bridges sometimes. Often it's used with spray paint, and there's sometimes words or pictures. There are some people that think it's beautiful and it's artistic and it should be celebrated. And there's other people that think it's destructive and it shouldn't be allowed. So that's the question. Do we consider it art, or should it not be allowed? So here's the reel in the reader. Here's our hook sentence. And this Miss Fox and I wrote a question. Have you ever walked down a street and seen a breathtaking piece of art displayed on the side of a building? So now the reader's thinking, well, have I ever? Yeah, I guess I have. Or no, I don't know. I don't know that I have, right? So now I've got them thinking about what my topic is. This type of art, known as graffiti, sparks much debate. So that's my hook, okay? Now, my next box, this is where I say if I think it should be considered art or not. The beautiful pieces that these brilliant artists work so hard to create should be considered art. So my answer to the question is yes. And by the end of my second sentence here, my second box, the reader knows what I think about it. So this is what we're going to ask that you practice with this week. So you're going to first read the question, then write your hook sentence as a question, and last you'll answer the question in only one sentence. So let's look at what these questions are. Question 1, should pets be allowed in school? So write your question here. Have you ever seen a pet in school before? Or how would you feel if you were able to bring your pet to school, right? Things like that. And then this is where you say, yes, pets should be allowed in school, or no, pets should not be allowed in school. And that's all we're going to do. So this is what we want you to practice with this week. If you have any questions or you need some help, just let us know, and we can't wait to see what you come up with. Good luck.